And once again, viewers, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on here. I just looked over and it said that my stream was done as I was doing everything. We're in our final laps here, and it's going to be Carson Cherry still in that 226, maintaining the lead. As we're set to go back underway here after that caution flag that just came out, the 226 of Carson Cherry is going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway here, hopefully for the last time here tonight. And James Burke in that 12 machine is going to look down low. He's going to try to move up from fourth to battle for second as they work their way off turn number 2. They're going to be side by side. That's going to be for position number 3 with Christian Devine. Here comes the 20 machine. That's going to be Sebastian. He is quick in his heat race. Can he come back through and capitalize here tonight? Now the 52 of Joshua Stewart. He's going to look down low. We're going to be 3 wide. This for fourth position as they work their way off turn number 2. Going down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The 20 machine is going to look down low. The 12 is going to be up high as at the line, Carson Cherry and the field receive 5 fingers as we have 5 laps remaining here tonight. The 226 is going to go up high in 1 and 2, followed by the 28 of Brayton and the 7 of Christian. That's going to be your top 3 here as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The 20 machine of Sebastian, he's worked his way up into the top 5 as he's battling up with Chase and that 10 machine. Working their way through the front straightaway into turn number 1. They're going to be side by side. That's for position number 5 still. Trying to give the 10 machine enough room there. Here comes the 57 of Trevor Williams. He's going to look down low, make it 3 wide here for position number 5 as they work their way through turn number 3. We're going to have a little contact here between the 57 and the 20, but that's going to keep. They're going to keep it straight and keep it green. And at the line, that goes to Chase. We're going to go back up to the front as we're going to be side by side action and make a little contact there as soon as we got to these two. They're going to be side by side as they work their way through turn 3 and 4 here as they come off turn number 4. And at the line, too close to call here personally, as the scoring loop is still with Carson Cherry. And that 226, the white one on the outside, the 28K is going to be working on the inside. That's going to be Brayton. As they're side by side working through 3 and 4. Coming off turn number 4, we're going to have a white flag here tonight as we are on our last lap. Going to turn number 1, can the 28 make a pass here? But we also have a battle for third between this 57 and the 12 right behind these two here. Going to turn number 3, the 28 is going to look down low. The 226 is going to maintain the outside. And we're got a little bit of contact coming off turn 4, and the 226 of Carson Cherry will take tonight's win in the season opener here of the Sport Compacts with Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions. The 28 of Brayton's going to finish in second, and James Burke and the 12 machine will round out your top 3. We're going to hear from those 3 here momentarily as these 3 make their way to the front straightaway. And for your full results here tonight, Carson Cherry in that 226 is going to take the win for your season opener with the Sport Compacts with Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions. Brayton in the 28 gave a hard-fought battle, and he finishes second. James Burke Jr. in that 12 machine had that bottom side rocket. He's going to round out your top 3. Chase Copeland in the 10 machines 4th. Christian 5th. Sebastian 6th. Trevor Williams 7th. Jordan in 8th. 9th is going to go to Joshua Stewart. Jackson Johnstones rounds out your top 10. John Walker is going to finish in 11th. Mitch in 12th. Robert Charette in 13th. 14th goes to Ty Dickinson. James Williams in 15th. Stephen Fish 16th. Corbin Martin 17th. And 18th goes to Brandon. 19th goes Blake Bowman. Christopher finishes 20th, and rounding out the field is going to be Aaron Whitham. Again, we're going to hear from your top 3 here momentarily. And again, I apologize for all the issues that we had tonight, as I did not realize that they were going on. And we're going to hear from James Burke here first. James, you got a copy?
Yo, what's up, man?
Man, that was a fun race to watch. there later in the race, you had that bottom side going as everyone was trying to get that top side. You also had a 3-car battle there, I believe, momentarily. Uh, with these cars, I know it's kind of hard to handle them, but what was your game plan there towards the end of the race to get into the podium here?
Honestly, first off, I had a ton of fun in these cars. That was a blast. But I noticed about halfway through under caution, somebody else, I'm not sure who it was, they on the restart they seemed like they were quicker on the inside. So I thought to myself, I wonder if the cold tires were faster on the inside, and I think that's what worked. The cold tires were definitely faster on the inside, and then when they heated up, the outside was really dominant. And I had a weird slider line working, and I told myself, like, I knew that I was catching chase every single lap, and I'm like, man, if I could keep the slider line, and then if I just tried to something crazy, and I tried it a couple times, and it just didn't work out, and I got super lucky on the inside. I said, you know what, I'm just gonna keep it as tight as possible on the inside and see what happens.
And it worked out for you there, man. And congratulations on getting a podium finish here tonight. Uh, and let me pull it up once again. You moved up 4 spots tonight to get in the podium, which I know that you probably went back and came back up there. Again, these cars aren't easy, so that's a feat in itself to come in here and get a podium finish.
Yeah, they're definitely not easy at all to drive. I run four bangers in real life, not in oval. I race them off road, and they're not easy in real life either. The race, so a lot of people misjudge them, I think, and they think the big cars are more fun. But the fun cars are the small cars are fun too. So, but yeah, I just got to give a shout out to 6BR. I wasn't even gonna do this race or this league at all until my buddy Robert was like, "Hey, come do this with me." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to." And then last minute he talked me into it. So shout out to him and shout out to Carson and the guys over at Two Fat Guys to set this up. And shout out to you for streaming this stuff too. So
Yes, sir. And uh, took the next line out of my mouth there. So, congratulations on your podium finish, man. And next week, hopefully, we hear back from you again.
hopefully I'm definitely gonna be back next week. This was a ton of fun.
Yes, sir. And you have a good night, man.
Yeah, me too.
And there you have it of James Burt in that 12 machine, your third place finisher. Next up, we're going to hear from the 28 machine.
I didn't.
Hey, and you got a copy, Brayton?
Yes, sir.
And first off, am I saying your name right?
It's Brayton Kieski. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even try to say your last name because I knew I was going to butcher it, so I just tried to stick with your first name. And that whole race, man, you're right there on Carson. You gave him a little love tap on the bumper to let him know that you're there. Y'all were battling side by side. What was it kind of hard out there to make the pass, or it kind of explain these cars to the viewers with trying to make a pass like that with against Carson?
Yeah, with these cars, it was pretty single file, but if you saw it, you could maybe make a little bit of room. I know there was one time down in 1 and 2, it was either you were up top or else you were behind them, and I got in there, kind of slid up a little bit, and I got into his door, but it was the only way I was gonna keep with him off the corner. But it was challenging. There, the last lap, I just chopped the corner a little bit to kind of let him know, hey, I'm sending one in. It's the last lap. I'm going for it. And he was respectful enough to give me a little bit of room. So props to him.
And y'all did make contact there coming off turn 4 for the checkered flag. I believe my laps could be running with each other, but I believe y'all made contact, but y'all still kept it straight and kept it going there to finish out the race.
Yeah, that was just with me and how hard I chopped the corner going in. With these cars being front wheel drive, at some point the front end's going to hook and it's going to send it to the right. So I knew at some point the car was going to push up, and I was just hoping it wasn't going to kill him and kill both of us out of the race.
Yes, sir. Especially y'all both running 1 and 2 the whole race. And congratulations on second place as well. do you have any friends, family, or sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Carson first off. That was a hell of a race. I also got to give a shout out to two fat guys, Carson and Mitch. They put on this show and it was a blast running it with these guys. I'll definitely be running I probably all of their events coming up, but got to give a shout out to all the people on the IRL car. They help out a lot, but mainly Mitch and Carson for dragging me in here. This was a lot of fun.
And I will concur with you that every race that I've ever done with two fat guys, their races are fun. They're off the walls sometimes, but they work and they're a blast.
Yeah, they got some crazy ideas sometimes, but just like this one, it turns out to be a show.
Yes, sir. And next week we go to the asphalt side with Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway. What do you expect going into that race? And then I'll let you go there.
To be honest, I have no expectations going into that. I'm a dirt guy. Going to asphalt's gonna be a whole different world for me. So it'll definitely be interesting. We'll just kind of see when time comes, when practice hits. I'll see how good I am, I guess.
Yeah, I hear you on that one, man. I'm a dirt guy myself, but hopefully you finish well and we hear back from you again next week here on the podium.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You have a good night.
You too.
And there you have it, your second place finisher of Brayton in that 28K. And now we're going to hear from the winner of the race here tonight at Eldora, and that's going to be Carson Cherry in that 226. And Carson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Congratulations on your win tonight. I know that holding off the 28K of Brayton, that was kind of hard to do there, as he was right there on your bumper. Um, what factors did you, played in your hand to actually maintain the lead and hit your marks here tonight?
Um, I knew Brayton was going to be fast whenever, we were kind of trading quick times in qualifying, or not qualifying, but practice. And I knew whenever he wanted his heat, we were going to start front row. We were going to try and make it a show. We we tried really hard. We battled. Hats off to him. He could have wrecked me multiple times, but he didn't. He kept it off me, and I think we only made contact twice, and it was just really small stuff. But I kind of knew, like, if he's gonna pass me, I'm gonna make him pass me around the bottom, and that's just kind of just what it came down to. And he gave me a shot in the shorts coming out of four, and I was able to gather it up, and it was just good hard racing.
And whenever he gave you the shot in the shorts there off four, I thought y'all were both gone and going to give the win to James there. And good, that was a good job of recovering from it and giving each other room as respect and everything throughout that race.
Yeah, I bet James would have wished that it taken us both out. But I mean, the entire top three, the entire race. I think it was the 7 car, I believe. I can't remember his name. We were all kind of like close to each other. We all tried stuff. Brayton moved to the top for a couple of laps, and I was able to get a little bit of a breather there. But I knew if I could just stay consistent, then I could maybe bring this home.
And with you saying that running consistent and Brayton moved up to the top, looked like you were running the top in 1 and 2, and then you're running like a mid to bottom line there in 3 and 4. That looked like the line to be tonight, because whenever you got off that line, they all swarmed back up there with you and made it side by side action.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I I knew with Brayton, whenever he would kind of like send it in on the inside and forward, he was kind of taking the line away from me. But I knew I could move like half a lane up. It would give him a little bit of space to be there, and then it would also kind of give me enough momentum to kind of get off the corner and get to the next corner before he can get there. And I don't know if y'all could see it, but in 1 and 2, whenever he'd kind of like try and dive down, and I could see the slide job coming. I was on this door. I was just trying to. I wasn't pinching him, but I wanted to make sure he couldn't slide me. It was. I wanted to protect it at all costs.
And that you did, man, as you came home with the win here tonight at Eldora. Again, uh, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's only 3 dirt tracks here for your sport compacts, and you take home the win on the first one, and it's the points for the person that has won the most out of the 3, correct? Take home the $25 for
Yes,
the dirt tracks here.
yes, sir. And I'm gonna go ahead and say I will not be getting that. Even if I do quote unquote win points, I will not be getting the 25.
Yeah.
Somebody else will.
Yes, I'm just saying it for the fans here, the viewers, to understand what's happening here. As I did forget to hit that during the broadcast.
Yeah.
And again, congratulations on your win here tonight. Do you have any friends, family, or sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
My mom and my dad, they're in the living room right now. They're watching. Without them, I definitely wouldn't be here. Mitch, he kind of dragged me into this, and we've we've gotten a lot closer, and that's my brother. I want to thank Ty Dickinson. He usually has his family tonight, and he, instead of being there with them, he was here with us. Sebastian, you probably saw him. He's my other brother. I love him to death. John, I doubt he's watching, but John Quill. He always kind of took a chance on me, and no matter what, I'll always be in debt to him. Aaron, he made the car. We sat in Discord one night and just brainstormed everything that we could for this. Um, and you didn't have to be here. You didn't have to do this for us, but here you are, and we're making the most out of it. And I also kind of want to say thank you to everybody who showed up. You guys are taking times away from your family, away from your real life cars, away from side gigs that can make you money. You're here spending it with us and putting the fun back into racing.
And you brought up Ty, and I'm going to say something about that one with Ty before I let you go. With him getting a few teeth pulled out a few days ago, still hurting, and he still showed up tonight.
Yeah, that shows just what kind of man that he is.
Yes, sir.
He's one of the strongest people I know, and if you can ever sit down and talk to him, he is down to earth. You can actually have a real conversation with him, and no matter what, I say that Mitch and Sebastian are my brothers, but Ty will always be my brother too, and I hope he knows that I love him.
Yes, sir. And I agree with you with that last statement 100%. But congratulations on your win here tonight, and hopefully we hear you or see you back again on the podium next week.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, sir. You have a good night.
You too.
And there you have it, your top 3 finishers of tonight's event. Again, sorry for the mishaps that we've had during the broadcast. We have 3 videos now for everything, because apparently my stuff wanted to shut down on me. So I apologize for that, and we will kick things off next week once again with your sport compacts going to Indianapolis Raceway. Again, that action will take place at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then 9 Eastern. You can catch that action right here on Right Rear Racing, and hopefully we have it fixed to where we're not doing multiple streams for one race. Again, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Checkered flag flying, it's the end of the show. From dirt to the blacktop, we let it all go. Burning rubber, slamming gears, making hearts race. If you miss the heat, catch the highlight, press play. Right rear, racing lights out, that's a wrap. From the front, straight to the back, we attacked every lap. Don't blink, don't sleep, we'll be back in your feed. With the throttle wide open and a need for speed. Saw the drama, the thrill, the slide jobs and spins. Legends born in the booth and on tracks we win. Facebook, YouTube, hit subscribe and stay loud. We ain't slowing down, just saving it for the next round. Broadcast signed off, but the fire still burns. Catch us next time, where the story continues at full send. Joe, right rear racing, we out, hold tight.